the customers are incredibly savvy. They're much further ahead than marketers are in terms of understanding how to absorb a message and how to participate in that. And they don't want to be told about things. They want to absorb things. They want to have things that are valuable put in front of them. People like the Holiday Inn Express brand. They like the advertising for it. They think it's funny. So we thought if we can create content that is in the spirit of that brand, that is smart, witty, and provides genuine value or service, people would be interested in checking it out, and they are. I think it's, I think that too many marketers fail the very basic test of saying, would I be interested in this? And they get caught up in making sort of marketing product, like this is a funny line and so people will like it. We've got our little flash game and so that's fun for people. And I think the reality is you have to say to yourself, I'm a business traveler, is this going to be something that I'm interested in or is fun for me? And if you can do that, then I think you can really engage people. Holiday Inn Express is a part of the texture of the business travel experience. Some shows will start out there and they'll eat there, and where it's relevant to the subject matter, the brand will appear. But it's not an advertisement and it's not a marketing message and it's not about product placement. It's really about that brand sensibility sort of brought to life. And that was a big risk for our client, but the way that people responded to the show and then thought about the brand demonstrated to them that that was the right way to go. People felt like they liked the brand and they liked specific aspects of the brand because of the content of the show without us saying, here is the breakfast bar with its delicious cinnamon rolls. And I think that people are too cynical for that. They would have been turned off by it.
Greetings, Smart Show viewers. You just caught me on my way to one of my favorite places to spend a sunny day, the ballpark. Dodger Stadium.
Well, we learned a lot from last year in terms of how people wanted to interact and what they were interested in. One of the biggest changes is last year was a trip across the country, and we thought having a show every day would build an audience. People would get excited about the trip and tune in for it. And what we found was people were more interested in the subject matter and would connect with the shows that had things in them that were interesting. So this year is much more focused on subject matter, and there's still destination, there's still travel, but the production hassles of doing a trip all the way across the country and getting a show up every day were not worth audience growth. It's based on things that are interesting to business travelers. So how to stay fit on the road, the rising price of gas, how to manage within a per diem. And we've actually got a site feature called the Neederator where they can tell us whatever it is that they need, and we'll be using that to identify stuff for the show. So we'll be actually responding to things that they tell us that they need or are interested in. We're just finding our way as we go. We're really excited about it. Today, for example, is the first day of the Deal of the Week, which is a deal that people vote on. This week's Deal of the Week is a Fender Stratocaster, but every week it's going to be 3 new things. And we're really excited to see how people respond to that and how the Neederator helps shape the show.